Okay, and we are live in one place. Now, everybody, we are going to go live in another, and we're hoping to see some bodies come in and join us. And why is this there? We go, now this is working. Oh, I'm so proud of myself that I can do this. Okay, we
I
are
am
good to
I am
go. Yay, moi. So here we are. I am live today. We're kind of getting toward the end of summer and kind of doing a fun little beach read theme today as we wrap summer up. And I'm going to wait for Gerhard to shut the sound off on. Okay, we're good. Anyway, so as people arrive, you know the drill. Say who's here and where you're coming from. It's kind of fun. My guest today is Alanna Grace, and she would like to probably see where people are coming from. And once I see that somebody's actually watching, I will know I've done it right. I always kind of hold my breath until I see two eyeball icons. So people, I see eyeball and a thumb up. So we're good. Somebody is with us. So there we go. Hi, Susie. Thanks for coming. I'm glad you were able to fit us in. You're such a busy lady. And Susie is from Washington. I know that. Some of you guys, I'm actually finally learning where you're from, but be sure you ring in. We're going to be doing some fun stuff today. Summer's wrapping up, and here in Washington, I know a lot of you around the country are broiling, but here in Washington, we are having thunder and lightning storms. We had one last night, and there's one today, and I'm going to give up on wearing my summer tops because that just ain't happening. So anyway, that's what's going on here, and we're going to be having some fun. Usually we have a game plan, so you're going to want to have your pen and paper handy. And we are going to be talking about beach reads and, of course, about Alanna's fabulous books. She is new on the writing scene, and we're going to talk to her in just a minute. Hey, from Pennsylvania. Hi, Ann. Thanks for joining us today. Glad that you could be here. I'll keep kind of doing my little tap dance as people straggle in, and we'll get to the meat of the meeting. We're talking about beach reads and talking about Alanna's books. She, like I said, she's a newer writer. She's got 2 books under her belt now, and I know you're going to enjoy hearing her. Hey, hi, Lorelei. That's fun to see you. Lorelei is one of my favorite movers and shakers from Lorelei's Lit Lair, so I'm really happy you could join us tonight. That's very, very fun. Lorelei's a hoot. Anyway, so that's the plan. Make sure you got your paper and pencil handy, because a little bit later on, I have a beachy themed game for you. And this is my last beachy summer chat time with all of you, because little Sheila and Gerhard are off to Germany in a week, next Sunday, as a matter of fact. And so y'all pray for us, because we're going to be driving on the Autobahn. And that's always an adventure. So we're going to be doing that. Hey, from Nebraska. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for joining us. And so just a little bit of business here quickly. For those of you who have done the BOGO for the Merry Matchmaker, that's going to end of August. And if we can figure out how to make that work from a foreign country. So if you have not done the BOGO, of course, you don't have to pre-order this book, but why not pre-order it when you can get a freebie? And the BOGO is Carol Christmas. That's going to go to your Kindle. So obviously, if you don't have a Kindle, and you may, well, never mind, I don't want to do the BOGO. And that's okay too. But I always appreciate the pre-order. So that's ending the end of this month. And that will be your last chance to get a freebie. Hey, Brenda, thanks for joining us. Pennsylvania. We're good from all over the country here. Isn't that fun? I love it when we're far flung. So there's the news on that. I was also going to let you know that the Best Life Book Club happens to be on sale right now on Amazon. So if you haven't bought it yet or had a chance to read it, this is a good time to pick it up while it's on sale. And if you buy it on Amazon, please, please, please leave a review there. I would appreciate that. We could use some more reviews. Puff me up and make me look like the legend in my own time that I think I am. Ha ha. Anyway, so, and hi, Nicole from Arizona. Yeah, we're just getting all our states pulled in here. So this is cool. So those of you who are arriving late, we are visiting with the adorable Alanna Grace today. And we're going to talk about her books and her adventures. And she's got her own book club. She is becoming quite a social media mover and shaker in her spare time. Because tell us what you do for your full-time job, Alanna.
So yeah, hi everybody. I am a full-time educator during the school year. So this is my summertime. So that's why I get as much reading in the summer as I can.
That's just very cool. Another Ziphilaris, Florida. I can't even say that, Debbie, but that's kind of cool. I'm not sure where that is in Florida. I'm going to be, that's the other thing, guys. For those of you who didn't hear when I was on with Rayanne, she and I, Rayanne Thane and Sheila, are going to be wandering around. We're going to be at Fernandina Beach at Story and Song on the first Friday in November. And we are also going to be at a couple other places. It has blanked my mind. I'm going to post later, but we'll be that Friday. It'll be just Rayanne and me, and then Nancy Nagel, the Queen of Hallmark, is going to be joining us for some visits to places on Saturday. So that's going to be very exciting. Hey, Nicole. Oh yeah, Nicole's a teacher, so yay! And hi, Lisa. I'm glad you could make it. I know you've been busy with family, so fun to see all you guys here with us. And we were just talking with Alanna. We have found out that she's a teacher, and I also want to just quickly talk about her presence in social media, because you really are becoming kind of a mover and shaker. You've got a lot of followers, especially on TikTok. She has, this is so cute, you guys. She has her over 40 book club. So, we always think, oh, it's just the young ones out there doing stuff. Well, you're proving them wrong. And how did you decide to start that book club?
I think it was pretty much when I knew that when I was going to write my first book, I knew I needed to put myself on social media, which I had never done before. So I knew I had to get on TikTok. And so in my mind, it's all the young kids were on it, right? And so I kind of started off by making a joke out of it. Like, oh, here I come. I'm over 40. Like, just gonna do my book club. And it kind of became like a joke. And then all of a sudden, like, people started like showing up. Like, I'm over 40. I'm 50. I'm 60. I'm 70. I love to read. And I'm like, okay, we're doing this. Like, this is going to be like an over 40 book talk book club. I mean, they don't have to be over 40, but all the cool members are. So it just kind of started that way. And like, I always do like different book clubs that are big out there, whether it be Reese Witherspoon or the Today Show pick or whatever. But I'm like, it'd be fun if we each had our own vote, and then the majority won, and we just laid back book club and had fun doing it. So I have met the nicest people, have had so much fun, read books I probably wouldn't have normally read. And so we do this every month together. And I even had, a sweet woman made like me a t-shirt that has like a logo on it that says over 40 book talk book club. It's been just so much fun. So
cool. So I love that. So everybody can join, right? They just you're on Instagram too, I realize. I did not know you on Instagram also. They can do the book club there if they want to join too, right?
Yeah. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. I just did all three at the beginning. I found that like I just am better like off the cuff videos like TikTok, where I'm so bad at like making things look so presentable and pretty, and I take awful pictures. So I think with Instagram I struggle a lot with that. But yeah, anyone that follows me, we are on that app called Fable now, which is like just like Goodreads kind of, where you can like rate your books, but you can just basically be in a book club where we share our thoughts on each chapter, and a place where we all just make sure we get our notifications. Of course, you don't have to be on there, but that's been new this month that we are on Fable. So yeah, you don't have to follow me on TikTok to be part of it.
Or they can follow Instagram, but if they want to do the book club, is it primarily TikTok then?
Yeah, that's where I do all the voting, because so every month at like halfway through the month, I usually put like 5 to 8 choices on the screen. Everybody votes, and it's just fun to tally the votes, and then I announce the choice, and then we do a live at the end of the month and just chat about it, really. And some months people are in, some months they're not. So just very laid back, but it's really been a lot of fun.
Wow. Oh, that's very, so guys, if you do want to, and I know a lot of people, especially when I first went on, people weren't very happy when you're doing TikTok. And I thought, well, I just am, I'm an author. I need to be visible. And so if you aren't into TikTok, she won't be offended, but you can still find her on Instagram, and you can find her books anywhere on Amazon, right? For sure.
Yep. They're sold everywhere. I have them in Barnes and Noble and everywhere else online. So yeah, it's sold wide.
Okay. All right. Now we've got more. I'm going to see if I can catch all you. You come in. We had Kathy and Tanya and Vicky, Debbie, Melanie, Debbie Dunn from California. You guys, thank you. I know you're coming from all over the country. If you come in late, and sorry for those of you who can be watching this later, will say, why does she keep saying the same thing over and over again? Because those of us doing it live, I don't want you to miss out on what we're going to be doing. We always play a game. I got one for you this time. And so I hope you got pencil and paper handy. If you don't, you want to kind of skip off someplace and find it, or something to make notes with or write with, because I'm going to be giving you a little beach vibe test. This is our last summer fun. We'll be doing more things in the fall, but this is kind of the last one, and we are wrapping it up with the adorable Alanna Grace. And Alanna actually decided to self-publish. And tell me, how did you fall into this? What made you decide you wanted to write a book?
All right. So long story short, right? I've been a teacher my whole life, as my grandfather was, but my grandfather was also an independent author.
Okay.
And back then, obviously, there was not the social media or the internet access or any of that. So he used to ask me to edit his books, which is definitely a joke because I should not be editing anyone's books. So I guess the seed was planted early that like, you can do this if you really are interested in it. But I kind of just like shoved it in the back of my mind. And I've always been an avid reader and just did my thing, built my career. But then as time went on, I just kind of always had it nagging a little. And I thought, is this something I really could do? Like, can I do it? And so then I started actually saying it out loud to people, you know, and then it became like an actual real thing. And a friend of a friend knows Ruth Cardello, and she's a very, you know, she's been an author for a very long time, and said, oh, would you mind meeting with her just to answer some questions? And she was so kind and so sweet, and she sat down with me and gave me just really good advice and the confidence to kind of say, just go write. She actually just said, go write the damn book. Just write the book, and then every day learn one new thing and keep a list. And
Good.
yeah, and then at the end of 30 days, you know, 30 things that you didn't know before, and your book's getting, you know, worked on, and the whole thing. So I'm kind of one of those people where if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So it was just, I'm going to do it. So I'm like, I sit down and I'm going to write this book and figure out how to get it published. And I know I could have looked into traditional publishing and querying. And at that point, I was just like, I have a story. I knew what I wanted to write. And I was like, if I can make it happen, I'm just going to make it happen and see how good I can make it, and just put it out there. So I just kind of went with it. Long story short.
Oh, that's really cool. And again, guys, we've talked about this before. This is such a good example of just getting out there and making your dreams come true. Look, I want to do this. I'm not going to just talk about it. I'm just going to go for it, you know, and sometimes you do that step by step, and you kind of did that step by step. You thought about it. You talked to somebody about it, you got a plan, and you just kind of got going and jumped in and did it, you know? So
yeah. And I actually, when I decided to do this, I wrote letters, emails to over 100 authors that I love and respect and had read their books over time, asking if any of them would be interested in reading my book, knowing it would be a complete like long shot that, you know, 99% of them didn't even write back. And some were very kind and said, I can't. But when you look at the top of my first book, like Kay Tucker actually wrote me back and was willing to read my book. Like I almost like dropped like on the floor, the fact that she would take the time like and read my book and even say that she liked it. Like I was just like, okay, dream lived. I'm done, you know? And so I think when I started this, I felt, oh, traditional publishing is here and indie publishing is here. And it's just good people. And so she gave me the confidence after she read it to be like, you know what, if she would put her name on this and say it's good, like, then I can do this, you know? And I found a really amazing editor who believed in the story. And so, yeah, it's just been such a learning experience. I knew absolutely nothing going into the publishing of this book. And so it's just been a dream.
You learn a lot.
Oh,
hey,
gosh.
we've got some more bodies here. Debbie, did I greet you? Debbie's here from California. Krista, where'd you come in here from? I see a hello. And Stephanie's here from Illinois. And who did I see? Another Sheila, yay, from West Virginia. Almost heaven, West Virginia. Anyway, very cool that you're here. Hi, Peggy. It's nice to see you here. And Dana is here from Carmichael, California. Very cool. So I just love that we're getting kind of spaced all around the country here today and talking with Alanna Grace about how she made her dreams come true. And northern Minnesota. Okay. And is Karen on here? Oh, Karen, I didn't see your name pop back on because Karen has just started as another example of somebody. She's also was an educator making her dreams come true. And Karen, pop back on and put in the comments because you have a brand new book coming out. Pop on there and tell us what your book title is, okay? So that we can give you a shout out, okay? And Peggy's from South Dakota, okay? Phoenix is here. Hi, Marianne. So thank you. Yeah, so Karen, be sure you come back and tell us that. So, and everybody who've come in late, again, sorry for those who are watching this as a repeat. I hope you got your pencil and paper handy because we are going to play a little game later. It's our last beach hurrah before Gerhard and Sheila vanish off to Germany. And Sheila practices her Deutsch, which is really lame. I talk like toddler. My husband, Mr. Brainio guy, the German professor who was in Army intelligence, he like reads in German, and I'm just like, "Hi, ich bin eine Amerikanerin," and that's it about Dixon. But I can also say really important things like, how much does this cost? Very important to know. And I am lost. That's all really important thing to know. Of course, if somebody ever gives me complicated directions, I won't do me any good because I'll just go, can you draw a map? But anyway, hi, Chelsea. Thanks for coming. Where'd you come in from today? Let us know. Hi, Nicole. And I think that I've caught up with all the highs here. So anyway, so we've heard a little bit about Alanna's venture into deciding I'm just going to self-publish. And that used to be a real stigma to that, but there's just not anymore because so many people are doing it. And so who self-publishes? Often it's people who I just want to tell my story, and so maybe that, or I've written a book that it's just because in traditional publishing, they have to know where to shelve you, they have to know how to categorize you, and maybe your book just falls between the cracks and it's just not going to work for that. Well, then you want to go ahead and self-publish. Or maybe you do a lot of public speaking and you just want to cut out the middleman. You can self-publish and take your book with you when you're doing appearances. So those are some reasons why people sometimes say, I'm just going to do this myself. So you can go either way these days, and that's a good thing. And Alanna has chosen to go, I'm just going to do it all myself. It is so much work. I mean, I'm impressed that you did this because you said you hired an editor, first of all, right? To make sure it's done right.
Yeah. That was really important to me to hire like someone that was extremely good. And I was lucky that she took me on. I was like her little guinea pig new author, and she took me on, and she actually ended up being my cover designer as well, which was amazing. Like it's something she always wanted to pursue. So we made that dream, come true for her too. And she did an amazing job with both my books. So So she was my editor, my cover designer, and she also formatted my book. So she was like Superwoman for me. Yeah, I mean, because there was things that I knew I could do, and there was things I knew I needed to put in the hands of other people. So, I may not have invested in marketing as much as some people did or do, but there's no rules when you indie publish. You decide what you wanted to do. So I knew I wanted to put the money in the professional editing, so it was the best it could be.
Yeah, no, and that makes perfect sense. By the way, hi, Suzanne and Chelsea. Chelsea, where are you ringing in from? That's really bad grammar, I know, but there you have it. So anyway, from where? From whence are you coming? So be sure to let us know, guys. It's always fun. Someday we're going to get every single state in the U.S. That's my goal. That at some point when we're partying together, every single state will be represented. And I think we're getting close. So that's very fun. Lorelei was in German. Google Translate. Yeah. That's at least one thing you can do. It's like, wait. I'll tell you something as soon as I look this up. So I'm practicing my German before you go, but it won't be that good. So there you have it. So tell us just a little bit about, because this is a series. You've done 2 books in your series, Alanna. So tell us what this is about.
So the first book is book 1 in the Newfound Lake series. So picking the setting was the most important part, because if you think of books like The Great Alone or The Simple Wild, if you've read those, like I love a book that has you completely immersed in the setting. And so Newfound Lake is that place for me. It's in the Lakes region of New Hampshire. So that's where it became the Newfound Lake series. So 183 Reasons is very much a small town love story. 2 people that think they know where their lives are headed and their paths cross, and she basically moves to her family's log cabin that they were ready to sell because they're aging and it's still too much to keep up. And her life is a little bit of a dumpster fire at the beginning. So she moves on to get a summer of solitude and kind of gets everything but, and she meets small town, multi-generational farmer Jackson. There's a big issue that happens in the small town that causes the whole town to kind of come together and fight for one another. So it's a story of true love, old love, new love. So it's just a beautiful story. And So Leah and Jackson are the main characters in this book. And then Jackson's sister, Shannon, who's been married to her high school sweetheart her whole life, becomes the main characters in 43 Degrees North. And so for those that might be interested in reading it, I would say this is a slow burn. There is a little bit of spice, but it's very, very tame, very sweet, nothing you wouldn't try at home. I'll just leave it at that. Where 43 Degrees North does get a little bit hotter, it is more of like an enemies to lovers, but it is very much a story of walking away from a traumatic marriage, for giving yourself a chance at true love, and possibly having a better life than you thought you could have. So there is a spicier scenes in this one, but there is a darker undercurrent in this one compared to the first one.
And a little bit more for those of you who are, with language. This one, there's a guy that's got a mouth on him, and just so you know, he's a bad guy. So, yeah, he does not talk like a hero, but you do need to be, if those things are bothersome for you, the second one may not be the book for you, but the first one, which is the sweeter read, you guys might want to try that one and see what you think of that. So I just wanted to throw that in there. And gosh, I was going to say something of vital importance and just flew right out of my mind. So there you have that. Oh, well, anyway, but those are going to be some interesting books to read. And again, for those of you who joined us late, Alanna really is a bit of a media influencer. She's got a large following on TikTok. She's got her Over 40 book club, which I think is so fun, which she is, for those of us who are not 20, I've had women say, I'm really getting tired of reading about just 20-year-olds. I mean, I like reading about 20-year-olds, but I also want to read about somebody a little closer to my age. In my mind, I'm still, 30 and a babe, but realistically, I'm a little bit older. And so it's really fun when you can read a variety of things and maybe a slightly older character who's gone, through some hard things. Oh, and now I remember what I wanted to say. So you're talking about the woman who left the disastrous marriage. I love the fact that she is going to meet someone who deserves her. And we're going to wrap this up with encouragement, because we were talking about this before we went live, you guys, and how on much of social media, it's like women are just so not happy with the male species these days. And every man, they just make these sweeping assumptions about every man out there. And there are some good men out there. Alanna and I are both happily married and can testify to the fact that there are good guys out there. So I think it's nice to get some positivity going out there in the world and encouragement. And maybe if somebody who ends up listening to this, if you've had a bad relationship and you got out, yay for you that you got out, that you did not stay. You should not stay in a relationship that's abusive. You should not do that. But I guess the message behind all that is don't be discouraged, because there are good people out there.
Yeah.
Right? Did you say that?
And I think the undercurrent of the two books together, which is the story of the grandparents, that kind of holds the two books together, which I have to say was what so many people commented on after they read both, was just the love story between the two, and just what a wonderful man Earl is and Sylvia. And so I would love to write their story one day. So we'll see on that.
Hey, and in her spare time when she's not teaching, hey, Becky has arrived from Texas, where you're broiling, huh? Oh my gosh! And I was just telling everybody it was cooled off a little here. We're having thunderstorms, and I'm giving up on wearing my summer clothes. And Kathy, yay for you! Kathy says I have a great guy and 3 great sons, so that is really fabulous. That's very cool. And so, Beach, though, would you say, first of all, guys, feel free to type in, share with us what of your favorite beach reads that you've been enjoying. And, hopefully somebody say Sheila Roberts. No, I'm shameless plug. But do you have a favorite beach read you've been reading? I mean, I've been reading you guys know I've got a lot of friends who are writers, and I have been reading all their books, and they're all really fun and great beach reads. And so I'd have a list as long as your arm if I start throwing out my favorites. But Alanna, would you say that your books are a good beach read?
I definitely wrote the first one I wanted it to come out in a month of May. I released it in October of last year, but this is like look at the cover. It's a paddle border, and it's hard to see.
You're right. Oh, and so is this one. Look at the lake.
Yeah. I mean, they're happening on the lake. So this one is set in summer. So this is, I wanted it to be the ultimate beach read. And this one is closing out the summer and into fall. So yeah, I'm biased, but I think they're amazing beach reads.
That's too funny. I mean,
Yes.
and sometimes the cover. Do you guys ever choose a book by the cover? Does the cover
Absolutely.
speak to you? If it's a beachy looking cover, do you say, "Oh, I'm gonna read that this summer. That's going to the beach." I would love to know what you think about covers. So you choose yours. Are you impressed by a cover then, Alanna?
I definitely am driven by covers. That honestly was one of the things I was worried about most, because I know that like the cartoon animated kind of covers are super popular right now. And so I was really struggling with mine because I really wanted a realistic cover. And obviously I chose, photography to be the background of my books. But yeah, I am definitely drawn to like symbolic covers that are more like realistic, not necessarily have to have people in them, but just elements like that in certain colors, not so much the character cartoon art, but it's super popular. So I guess people love it. So I am drawn to certain ones for sure. What about you?
Well, but I'm getting, at first I was like, oh, I don't think I like these, but I like what my publisher has done with my books, so I'm not going to complain. But I do I think your covers are very elegant. And one of my favorite book covers I ever had was for my book, A Little Christmas Spirit. I just thought it was really elegant. And so I kind of like a very elegant, sophisticated look for a book. But everything cycles, at some point, we're going to move away from the art covers and we're going to go back to pictures and stuff. And Lisa Thompson's got a book she's reading, The Seaside Saga. Okay. And yes, thank you, some of you, for bringing in that you've got a great husband. That's nice. So Vicki, I know I've met your guy. He's cool. And Vicki says she picks a book by the cover most of the time. And we all have our favorite authors. I have some that are auto buys. You guys have probably heard me talking a lot lately about, someday I hope I'll be able to have her on and I learn how to properly pronounce her name, but it's Kaira, Kyra Rauda. Ruda, and she writes these thrillers that I just gobble them up like chocolate. It's pathetic. Has a new book that's just come out, and I
love thrillers. I love like thrillers and romance are my go-tos.
Yeah. Same here. Oh yeah, and let's see. Melanie says she bought Rayanne's 15 Summers Later. It is a cool cover, and I like the sisters in that book. By the way, I think those are two really great characters in her book. So, and I love the cover of her new book too. Her Christmas one has got a really pretty cover on it. Tanya, 45 years married, great for you. 3 sons and 5 grandkids. All right. Anne says she's chosen books by the covers. Yeah, I'm just, if something grabs your eye, you're going to stop and kind of pick it up and look at it. And so do certain covers say beach read to you? I mean, if you see a beachy cover, are you going to say, oh yeah, I'm definitely buying that because it's a beach read?
I mean, I think I grew up with Ellen Hildebrand books in my beach bag growing up. So like anything that remotely resembles that, I'm just like, oh, that's supposed to be at a beach, right? So like that to me, I definitely pulls my eyes. But like, I have to say, I was trying to find like, this is my next read, like the 7 Summers, like something like this catches my eye too, like the colors and the beachiness. So like, yeah, I mean, I love a good beach read, something that you can just totally escape and like takes you to somewhere else. Or Carly Fortune's book, I really loved. Like This Summer Will Be Different. I like her cover for that.
And I have got to read it's on my list of things. I've never read Ellen Hildebrand before, so I've got to read. I keep hearing you raving about it, so I've got to read Ellen Hildebrand.
I mean, it's so funny because when I was on TikTok one day, random videos show up, and this young girl was saying, oh my gosh, I rented a house and I totally forgot my books, and all that's here is old lady beach reads, and they're all Ellen Hildebrand books. And I was like,
old beach reads, don't you just love that?
And I was like, she did not just say old lady beach reads. And so then I was like, oh, I am making some videos.
That is just funny. Oh my God.
I know. I was like, what? And then I was like, okay, all right, but I don't know. I love her books. I mean, the one that's just coming out in September, she has her first one, right, coming to Netflix. So I'm going to reread The Perfect Couple, because I know that one's coming to Netflix.
Oh yeah, that's on my list. Thank you for reminding me. I can make a note of that. I'm going to order that on my next buying splurge. I just did a buying splurge. I have to control myself a little bit.
I know.
The Perfect Couple, I'm making a note of that. So also comments coming in. Suzanne says it has to have an intriguing title. I'm with you, Suzanne. before I became a writer, as all you all know, I wanted to be a songwriter. And so I was very trained in the importance of a hook, of a good hook. And a title needs to be, for me, it needs to be something that's going to hook people in. So I'm big on that. And thank you, Becky. Becky says that that Angel Lane, the cover on Angel Lane was what started her reading my book. So, well, thank you to my publisher for that cover. And thank you, Becky, for reading that. And all of you coming in late, sorry about that. I hope you got your pen and paper ready because we're going to play a game in just a couple minutes. We're still talking about beach reads, favorite beach read authors. And I'm hoping some of you are going to want to try Alanna's book and make that your last end of summer beach read. Give her a shot and see what you think. And that's going to be really fun. And let's see, I'm just making sure I'm not. Oh, Susie says she's read all of Ellen's books. Oh my gosh, over 20 years. I am really behind. I got to get going.
She's got a lot of books.
You're gonna have to give me some. You guys will have to give me a recommendation for the best one I should start with because I don't even know.
I'm biased. My favorite one is 28 Summers. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, a beach read.
Or The Hotel Nantucket, but that's just my opinion. There's so many to pick from. I have them all behind me on the shelf. But speaking of titles, I think the title is one of the hardest things to decide on. I really had a hard time with that.
Yeah, that can be a challenge. And I usually get to keep my book titles. I didn't for the Christmas one, but it often becomes a title chosen by committee. You come up with a title and marketing says, no, we don't think that's going to work. We don't like that. And so then it's like, oh, now we got to think of a whole new title for this book. But it's all part of making your book something people want to pick up. So that's important. Nicole says she loved The Hotel in Nantucket. So may have to check that one out. That sounds really good. That's really cool. Those both sound like really good beach reads. I have notes all over my notes here. If I remember any of what we've talked about, I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this just so I can make sense of all the notes I'm taking. Oh, my goodness. So let's see here, making sure. Okay, we've talked about beach reads. How about we play a little quick beach game? Are you up for that, Alanna?
Sure.
Guys, we all got your pencil and paper? Now, y'all, for those of you who are new, you might not know the rules, but the rules, there's only one rule in this game, is don't post your answer right away when I ask the question, because the other people trying to come up with their answer tend to get a little irritated. So what we're going to do is at the end, then we'll go through this, and then you can all say, oh, yeah, I got that one. And then at the end, we'll total up. Gerhard is here helping us out. He's in the background looking adorable in his little cool new reading glasses. And he's going to be keeping an eye out to see who gets the most answers. For our winner today, I'm going to send you straight from Amazon a copy of Welcome to Moonlight Harbor, because that happens to be on sale right now. So someone's going to win a copy of that. And I think Alanna said she would be willing to do a giveaway. So maybe your first book?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 183 Reasons is the first one. So
if you don't win the giveaway, that means you should still go out and buy a book, right? So don't all think, oh, I'm going to get the giveaway. But that will be, you'll have a chance to check her out. Then if you're like, I'm just on the fence, I don't know for sure, then you can put your name in and say, hey, I want to be put my name in for the giveaway. So in fact, do that now. Do it right now before we start the game. Put my name in for the giveaway. Gerhardt's going to watch, and he's going to actually pick somebody right now, I hope, because it takes me forever to weed through all the comments and pick a winner. So right now, if you want to put your name in the hat for this giveaway, would you please put that out? He's going to be watching, and again, it's for the sake of Alanna, we're going to pick US, because I am so sorry for my Canadian neighbors. I hope at some point we can find a way to make it a little more affordable to ship to Canada. It's horrific how expensive it is.
Could they put it on their wish list and then
you could do that for Canada, Amazon, or I don't know how that works. We have tried even to send, when we did the BOGO, we had to make that US, because we tried to send to people's Kindles in Canada. And for some reason, I thought, well, this is the internet, that should be easy. And for some reason, it wouldn't let us do it. So it's it's so frustrating, So I do try we try every once in a while to do something special for our Canadian friends here, because we don't like you to always be left out. But I also want to save Alanna a few shekels, since this is her own business that she's running all on her own budget. So, okay, so we're getting some names in, and Gerhardt's going to look. And by the time we're done with our game, he will. Oh, I already found. Most correct. Oh, yeah. For the game that we're going to play, the one with the most correct answers is going to win the copy of the book. So you guys all got your pencil and paper, I hope, and you're ready to go because we're going to go. So this is going to be, I am going to have you guess what I'm thinking of from the clues I give. These are all beachy, oceany things, all related to beach because, again, we're winding up summer here, our last beach party, before we start doing fall things. So let's see how you do. So here is clue number 1. If you asked this guy to wrap his arms around you, he'd ask which one. Okay, that's our first clue. And again, don't put your answer up because you can do it when we get all the way through the game. Okay, meanwhile, again, if those of you who are still posting that you want to be put in the giveaway, Gerhardt's making notes and he's gonna pick a winner there. So he will have that to me by the end of the game for who's gonna get the giveaway. All right, so that was number 1. Number 2, when someone is tight-lipped and won't tell you what you want, you use me as an example. When someone is tight-lipped, I won't tell you what you want, you use me as an example. I could be a verb. Maybe that will confuse you even more. I don't know. That's number 2. Okay, number 3. In this old tongue twister, she sells these by the seashore. She sells these by the seashore. Did you get that one? These really are not very hard. I hope I will stump you on a couple of them. Actually, it's funny how many times I stump you guys. I think this is so easy, and then they go, "That isn't easy." Vicki, you said Alanna's a new author to you. Are you interested in a giveaway? I assume you are. Okay. Now, what am I on? Number 4. Another word for a big old snake in the sea is big old snake in the sea. What's another word for a big old snake in the sea? Okay. And number 5. Wine in my hand, toes in the. Wine in my hand or drink in my hand, toes in the. That's number 5. Number 6. When we're beachcombing, we hope to find this kind of rock on the beach. When we are beachcombing, we hope to find this kind of rock on the beach. What am I talking about? That's number 6. Okay, number 7. This guy loves rocks and boat bottoms. This guy loves rocks and boat bottoms. What am I talking about? Okay, that was number 7. Number 8. This kind of glass you can't drink out of. This kind of glass you can't drink out of. Well, Alana's just writing away, man. You're going to get 100%. You are not eligible to win.
I know.
I'm just kidding. I give you
I'm just competitive.
I know. I love it. We were talking earlier, you guys, and we decided if we were neighbors, we would just have so much fun hanging out.
I really would.
Okay, here's for number 9. Here's your clue. I'm cranky. This is your clue for number 9. I'm cranky. What am I? Okay, number 10. It's everywhere, but not a drop to drink. It's everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Okay, number 11. I'm the beach equivalent of that plant you're always pulling out of your flower bed. I am the beach equivalent of that plant you're always pulling out of your flower bed. Oh, I think that's so clever. Oh, I'm so clever. I just amaze myself. Okay, number 12. You love to find me, but you can't spend me. You love to find me, but you can't spend me. And number 13, I guess you can try and wish on me, but it probably won't work since I don't live in the right neighborhood. I guess you can try and wish on me, but it probably won't work because I don't live in the right neighborhood. And here comes our last one, and I'm sure you'll get all these, or this one anyway. We love to watch them come in. We love to watch them come in. Okay, now guys, I'm going to go over this one more time quickly, and then we'll see who got what. Okay, so number 1 was, if you ask this guy to wrap his arms around you, he'd ask which one. When someone is tight-lipped and won't tell you what you want, you use me as an example. In this old tongue twister, this is number 3, she sells these by the shore. Number 4, another word for a big old snake in the sea. What is that? Number 5, wine or drink in my hand, toes in the. Number 6, when we're beachcombing, we hope to find this kind of rock on the beach. This guy loves rocks and boat bottoms. All the boat owners will know what that is. Okay, where am I? Oh, number 8. This kind of glass you can't drink out of. This kind of glass you can't drink out of. And I'm cranky. That's number 9. I'm cranky. Who is that? Number 10. It's everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Number 11. I'm the beach equivalent of that plant you've always pulling out of your flower bed. Number 12. You'll love to find me, but you can't spend me. 13 is, I guess you can try and wish on me, but it probably won't work since I don't live in the right neighborhood. And number 14, we love to watch them come in. Okay, guys, now, as the saying goes, as Alanna would say to her students, put your pencils down, and we are going to see how many you guys got. So be ready to post. First of all, I'll just ask. Oh, yeah, I can't ask that because you don't know the answers. I was going to ask who got something right. Oh, we don't know yet, do we? Okay, let's do the answers. Okay, so Alanna, what did you think number 1 was? Who's the guy that'll say which arm?
Okay, octopus.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, guys, you got octopus. Give yourself a point. How about the person who's tight-lipped? And it's also a verb. I tried to get him to tell me what he was doing last time, and he just
clammed up.
Yes, clam.
Okay.
So if you put clam. Oh. Okay, and I bet a lot of you know this because we all did this when we were kids. So what's the tongue twister? What does she sells what by the seashore?
Sally.
Yes, and she sells seashells.
Seashells by the seashore.
Seashells by the seashore. Boy, that's a tongue twister.
Yep.
So if you said seashells, you got it. Okay, how about, did you get this one, Alanna? What's the word for the big old snake in the sea?
I put an eel.
Oh, that's close. I was, you know what, you guys, if you put eel, I'll take that. I was thinking sea serpent, but I'll take eel because eel's probably actually more accurate. They're trying to figure out the mind of Sheila, and that can be a challenge. But I'll take eel. Okay, so if you said eel or sea serpent, guys, it's yours. And how are we doing so far? I was seeing posts yet. You can go ahead and post, I got that one, or what you think the answer is now. They're all being very quiet now. I got them all scared that they can't post anything. Yeah. So feel free. Okay, number 6. What did you get for that one, you guys? That was when you're beachcombing, what's the rock we're always trying to find? You beachcombers should know this. Agate. Always looking for agates. Oh. Maybe that's a Pacific Northwest thing. So I don't know if you say pearls or something. I don't know. Oh my gosh, Melanie got all so far. Wow.
No,
oh my goodness. That one. Okay, Melanie. So far you're in the running. Gerhardt's going to find his first one. What about 5? Oh, did I do that? I'm so sorry. I skipped one. You guys. You know, I do this all the time. I end up skipping one. Thank you for holding my feet to the fire on that. Wine in my hand, toes in the
sand.
Very good. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that.
All right.
Yeah. Number 5 is sand. Okay. And then we did 6. Now I'm back on 7. Okay. So this guy loves rocks and boat bottoms.
Lobster?
No, barnacles. Did anybody say barnacles?
Oh, yes.
Barnacle Bill the sailor. Okay. You said barnacle. Give yourself a point.
I'm so disappointed in myself.
Oh my gosh, you just won. Okay. You're so funny. This kind of glass you can't drink from.
Sea glass.
Yes, sea glass. Did you get? Did anybody get sea glass? I thought that was very clever, but
very
you probably
clever.
Got it. I keep thinking I'm so smart, and then they get all the answers. So I'm not quite as smart as I think.
You already tricked me with a couple.
How about I'm cranky? Yeah, somebody got borrowed and somebody got sea glass. So good. How about I'm cranky? I bet you all got that.
Well, I put a crab.
Yeah. Well, you put a crab. So if you guys put a crab, you got that right. Okay. Number 10. It's everywhere, but not a drop to drink.
Like, I feel so
water everywhere and not a drop to. What's that? Do you remember what that's from?
Water, right?
Yeah, it's water. Water is the answer. What is that from? Is that the ancient mariner? I don't remember. If somebody remembers what that's from, please feel free to post it.
I think water, but I was like, is that too obvious? Okay.
No. I mean, sometimes I have to be nice and give you guys an easy one. Okay, now we're up to number 11. I'm the beach equivalent of that plant you've always been pulling out of your flower bed.
Seaweed. Seaweed?
Yes, seaweed. Did y'all get seaweed? Oh, somebody's up to, Lisa's up to 7. Has
Ooh.
anybody gotten all 11 yet? Do I see anybody all 11? We had somebody who had them all so far. Well, you guys, look at you all getting seaweed. I thought I was so clever with that. You're just all too smart. Okay, number 12. You love to find me, but you can't spend me.
Sand dollar?
Yes.
Mm.
Oh, Debbie's got 8 so far. Can anybody top that? Wow, very good. Okay, number 13. I guess you could try and wish on me, but it probably won't work since I don't live in the right neighborhood.
I don't know this one.
A starfish.
Oh, yes. Okay, good one.
Am I clever?
You're so clever. So clever.
I certainly try. Let me hear. Again, I'm sure you got them all. All you got this one. We love to watch them come in. What do we love to watch come in? I can't say tide. I'm thinking waves. I'm thinking waves. So if we have a tiebreaker, I'll let you all have that. But if we need a tiebreaker, who's going to win the book? Waves is going to be the winning answer.
All right.
So guys, I need somebody. Okay, 11. Lisa's got 11. Can somebody top 11? We're looking for 12, 13, or 14. If you got 14, there's 11, 11, 11. If you got all of them, boy, are you winner, chicken dinner. 12. Okay, can anybody top Carolyn's 12? 10. So far, Carolyn Painter has got it with 12. Brenda's got 12. 14. Melanie, first one with 14 that I saw. This goes to Melanie. Melanie is our lucky winner. If somebody else rings in now with 14, I will send you a recipe card, okay? Because I don't want you to feel like you got cheated. But she's the first one who piped up with all 14. Yay, you! And Alanna, you almost got all of them, right? Just missed one.
No, I think I missed 3. I missed 3.
Oh, really? Okay, all right.
Not
but
bad.
That's good. All right. So there's our winner, and I will post that later that we had our winner. And your heart, meanwhile, has been looking. Did you pick a winner for Alanna's book? If not, would you go do that?
No, I won't. But this person, I need her address.
Melanie Burley, you need to message me your address. If you do that now, it'll be really nice, and I won't have to message you and bug you. So, Melanie, message me your address so that your heart can get that book ordered for you. Okay, and he's going to be looking. I'm assuming he's still looking for a winner for Alanna's giveaway. So I'm going to give him another minute to do that while we are starting to sort of wind things down here. Oh, he found it already. All right. Hey, Vicky Versetti, aren't you glad you came tonight? Because you are going to get a copy of Alanna's book. And you can, you probably have in the past, but do it again. Message me your mailing address so that I can get that to her. And she wants to give away the first one. But if Vicky wants some spice and some naughty boy language, do you care which book you give her?
You know what? I'll send her both.
No, you pick. But if she wants,
I'll send them both. I'll send them both because it's better if she reads them in order. So I want her to get the.
Gosh, total winner chicken dinner.
Yeah,
oh my goodness. You lucked out, Vicky. So Vicky is going to get Alanna's books. The rest of you, if these sound interesting, get out there and find her on Amazon. Is there any other place that you are available to buy?
I mean, I do them through my website. I have signed copies, but ebook and paperback are available anywhere they get books. Indie stores can order them. My website is just AlannaGraceAuthor.com.
And it's ALA, 2 N's, ALANNA. I keep misspelling it, so don't do what I do.
If they follow me anywhere, right in my profile, I have a link and everything is there. So I'm on Goodreads and all that good stuff too. So and they can read the back. All that.
She's working it. She's really working it.
Trying.
We'll have to try and have Alanna back sometime. I'm thinking I might need to at some point get a few of just get a little bunch of us, those of us who are doing the self-published thing, and get them all on and have them talk about how they made their dreams come true. So we will probably down the road, maybe for the new year, we'll try and do something again. So you guys can maybe get inspired if you're thinking about doing something yourselves. So again, final announcement. The BOGO for buying the Merry Matchmaker, we are going to pull the plug on that at the end of August. So if you want the free Kindle read, be sure and check. That's still pinned at the top of the Facebook page. And you Instagram people can hop on over there and find that. And I think you'll probably find something about that. Also, if you go through my profile and you're looking at my posts, you'll see that. So we've got that. And again, Best Life Book Club is on sale right now on Amazon. And if you have bought it there or are going to buy it there, I would love review. And gosh, I think that takes care of the commercial breaks. And I think that takes care of our fun party together. I hope you guys had a good time. And again, we might have to do a whole separate post and have everybody share their favorite beach reads as we wind down the summer here. I know you're all still reading, but thank you. You've came from all over the country. And those of you who came from the East Coast, a special thank you for you, because it's not as early in the evening for you. And, hope you're not missing your favorite show for us, but if you are, thank you. But it's been really fun. And I just want to say thank you to Alanna for joining us today. It's just been really fun.
Thank you so much for sharing your readers with me. And I'm so thankful that we both did get on TikTok, because we wouldn't have met, and this has been so much fun. So
I know it's been so much fun, and you never know, as all you guys know, you never know where you're going to find your new bestie. A lot of us have met through online book clubs and met through the Facebook page here, and I appreciate each one of you and your friendship. And you guys have a great rest of the day, and we'll be chatting as time goes on. I'll try and share some adventures here as we're traveling too. I will be looking for gifties. So, all righty, guys, we will see you soon.
Thank you.